Happy Elfin Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. International IPL. Just wanted to pop in and say Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm sorry I didn't get you anything this year. I guess this video will have to suffice. I've got some brew day footage. I brewed up the Mellow Down Easy Black IPA, and I disclosed some of the ingredients, pretty much the recipe, but just didn't give you all the grain weights, ratios, and all that. So you'll pretty much know the process recipe for the most part of the Mellow Down Black IPA. Mellow Down Easy Black IPA. Yeah, easy for me to say. Need a few more of these, huh? It's fermenting now. I think one of the things I did not touch on in the video is that I had a starter going, and the starter didn't really take off, at least not right away. That thing actually took probably about 30 to 36 hours, somewhere in that time frame, for it to get going. But once it did, I pitched it and it started fermenting pretty quickly. So I had to wake those babies up. The yeast pack was a little bit out of date, but I brought her to life. Patience. I was almost impatient. I almost threw in a different yeast, but went ahead and wrote it out. So enjoy the footage. I'm gonna sign off. I will I'll get at you guys later, maybe next week for the New Year's. Merry Christmas to everyone. Enjoy the time with your families and friends, and yeah, that's all I got. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Until next time, everybody, homebrew up. I should have said ho ho homebrew up. Cheers. Hey, what's up? It's been a little while, but I'm finally brewing again. I got strike water going. I'm about to mill some grains. I'm doing the Mellow Down Easy Black IPA. It's the recipe that I won the SJ Pour Challenge with in 14. So figured I'd share that a little bit with you today. Process-wise, has 4 different dark grains in it. It's got chocolate, Patagonia Black Pearl. I use crisp chocolate. I think it has a little bit more character to it than others. The Patagonia Black Pearl is I think they call it the light. It's the 340L. And then I use some black malt from Breeze, however you say it. And that's 500 SRM. And then, what else? I got a small touch of roasted barley. And I usually use Breeze for that too, I think. I'll mix that up, but it's such a small amount that it doesn't really matter. So that, and then the base grain is all Maris Otter, and I put 14 pounds in for a 5.5 gallon batch. I usually lose about half a gallon or so due to the dry hops and trub, somewhere in that vicinity. So usually end up with a little bit more, like around 5 3/4 gallon, and so 5 gallons goes into the keg typically. So we'll see how we do today. So I'm going to go ahead and get these milled up. Strike water is almost at temp, so I'm a little behind on milling. Looks like we're going to get some weather today. So I might be pulling that garage door down, but we're going to give it a crack. I'll be back at you in a little bit. Tasting a little bit of the International Brew Day IPL. It's coming around. It's tasting pretty nice. Pretty much a summertime kind of beer though. But it works in December. Mash is underway. Mashing at 148 Fahrenheit. It's right on target. Holding steady. We're coming up on an hour. Got about another 15 minutes. Gonna get my sparge water all up a temp, and gonna start running off in about 15 minutes. So not much to see there. Looks like a mash. It is what it is. Neighbor came by, had a visit, let him taste the beer. Is part of that, and taste the IPLs that we have on tap now. So he approved, so that's good. Had a nice visit. So I'll be back, and I don't know, next time you see me, we'll probably be dropping some hops. Cheers.
Can you see me? Am I out of the picture? I don't see myself.
Boil's going. I just
FaceTimed
these knuckleheads. Say hi, guys.
Who's there?
The internets.
Wally, is that you?
He might be watching in the future. Say hello, future.
Hey, Josh.
Hi, future.
Hey, Josh, and hey, Josh.
What up, Josh?
Got the burner on. Just topped it up. It's about 7.9 gallons. Collected a little bit more than I anticipated, but so I brought my pre-boil gravity down a little bit. We're at about 1062. So I'm gonna boil it down for a while before I do my first hop drops. I usually put in it's about an ounce of Columbus, a little bit more than an ounce of Columbus, like 1.1, I think, 1.1 ounces. And I put that in usually at 90, but today I'm gonna back that out and put it in at 60 minutes. So we'll let it boil down for a while. I'm gonna check the gravity, and once I'm closer to the pre-boil that I was shooting for, then I'll start the timer for 60 minutes. So be back at you. Almost to a boil. Just getting ready. Hop break.
Yo, what up?
Here we are.
It's time to drop.
On the interwebs.
Time to drop some hops.
There's a green cup.
We're gonna drop hops. Here you go, fellas.
Hop and a drop. There we go. What are you dropping?
Columbus. There you go. Okay, the next edition on this brew is at 15 minutes, and we have a couple ounces, 1 ounce each of Citra and Mosaic. I'm sorry, Citra and Amarillo. Last beer I made was with Mosaic, so we'll get this stuff in. Boom. Picked up a new toy here. I'll be playing with this. See how the plate chiller works. Kind of a real time, rather than having to mess with the thermometer. So far so good. Whirlpool hops. Citra and Amarillo. 1.75 ounces each. I'm gonna let those suckers go for about a half hour. Well, it's cleanup time. Put the hose running some fresh water into the kettle. I'm just going to go ahead and run some fresh water through the, letting gravity do the work right now. I'm going to turn the pump on here in a second and flush that line out real good, clean out the kettle, do a couple rinses. And beer's in the fermenter. I'm letting the gravity sample cool down. I'm going to check that and I'll share that with you in just a moment. Alright, almost done cleaning up. I'm going to finish up. The gravity was 1086 on the hydrometer and 1087 on the refractometer. So because the hydrometer doesn't read out to single digits, I think I'm going to go with the refract. Why not? Gain a point. It's only homebrew, who cares? But wort sample tastes great. Color looks good. Volume's alright. So I'm good. I'm going to sign off. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.